ABC 10 News at 11 starts now.
Yeah, when I think about Vincent Jackson, I think about the most exciting time being a Chargers fan.
Fans are remembering a Chargers star tonight. Police found Vincent Jackson dead in a Florida hotel room. Thank you for joining us this evening. I'm Kimberly Hunt.
And I'm Steve Atkinson. Our ABC 10 News reporter Anthony Pura spoke with many in the community who are shocked by his death.
I spoke with people that were Chargers season ticket holders when the team was here in San Diego. They described Vincent Jackson as a special player, saying his death now is just surprising and tragic. Vincent Jackson was a force on the field, a star in San Diego when the Chargers played at then Qualcomm Stadium.
It was such an exciting time to be a Chargers fan and to watch, his gifts on the field. Really, it put us in a different league. It put us part of that 14-2 season.
Sean Walchef owns Cali Comfort BBQ, a Chargers bar in Spring Valley. He was a season ticket holder, seeing the wide receiver catch touchdowns in person on Sundays.
I think of his speed, I think of his athletic ability, I think of him making some catches that just wow you.
Rafael Alvarez is the founder of Bolt Pride, a group for Chargers fans. He says Jackson was a fan favorite. That's why many are saddened by his death.
Very sad. I think Charger fans are sad collectively.
Jackson played for the Chargers from 2005 to 2011. He left to play for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in 2012. But even after he left San Diego, many fans say they felt a connection to him.
When you're a player and you connect with a fan base, it doesn't matter where you go. It doesn't matter what jersey you're wearing or what stadium you're playing in. It's about the time that you spent here.
Jackson was found dead at the Homewood Suites in Brandon, Florida. Jackson checked into the hotel January 11th, and his family reported him missing on Wednesday. But deputies spoke with him at the hotel Friday, and the missing person report was canceled. When he was found Monday, police say there were no apparent signs of trauma, and the medical examiner is determining the cause of death. The Chargers issued this statement on social media that said in part, Vincent was a fan favorite, not only for his Pro Bowl play on the field, but the impact he made on the community off of it. Anthony Pura, ABC 10 News.
Our sports director, Ben Higgins, will have more on Jackson's career with the Chargers and his legacy later in sports.
Right now, deputies are still trying to talk a shooting suspect in the East County into giving himself up. That standoff has been going on since around 2 o'clock this afternoon. That man has now been holed up in that home in Hamul for hours, even after officers used flashbangs to try and get him to come out. Deputies showed up after another man was shot in the chest. That man was rushed to the hospital. Still no word yet on his condition tonight. Of course, we'll keep tracking the standoff and give you an update on the next edition of ABC 10 News and on 10news.com. At least one person is in the hospital tonight after a tree toppled over on the 8 in Mission Valley. Check out the size of this tree, too. You can see the car off the freeway caught up in the branches. This happened a little before 9:30 on the eastbound side near the 805 interchange. We spotted a second car on a tow truck. It was badly mangled. 2 other cars were hit as well. One person was taken away in an ambulance. We are not sure yet if anyone else was hurt.
Turning now to the coronavirus, the vaccine station at Petco Park is closed through tomorrow. The county was ready to receive a shipment of the Moderna vaccine Friday, but it was delayed. It's expected to arrive sometime tomorrow, with the station reopening on Wednesday. Canceled appointments were automatically rescheduled. If people can't make those new times, the county says there are doses at the East County and the South Bay super sites, and smaller sites are scattered across the county, and they seem to have enough vaccine for the time being as well. And with baseball season approaching, the Petco Park Superstation will have to shut down in less than 2 months. So what will happen then? ABC 10 News reporter Mimi Alcala goes in depth for answers in the latest installment of our series, The Rollout.
San Diego, the first county, first city to put a site together like this. Success leaves clues. You inspired others all throughout the state of California.
A week ago, California Governor Gavin Newsom praised San Diego County's vaccination efforts, specifically at the Petco Park Vaccination Superstation, the first of its kind in the state.
A third now of the vaccines in this county have been administered just here at this site. It gives you an example of the potency and power of scale in terms of the efficient distribution and administration of the vaccine.
The site has been a collaboration between the county, the city of San Diego, UCSD Health, and the Padres, giving up to 5,000 vaccine doses daily. But a viewer emailed ABC 10 News with this question. I want to know if the Petco site will be in operation indefinitely at least the next 3 or 4 months as the tiers progress and other included tiers become complete. In other words, can San Diegans rely on this site as a major player in getting citizens vaccinated for some time? We reached out to the county for answers, and a spokesperson says by April 1st, opening day, the site has to be turned over to the Padres.
We've known that Petco Park's Tailgate Park Vaccination Center won't happen forever. That's exactly why we've been standing up more locations across the city and the county.
UCSD Health confirms to ABC 10 News that they are looking at alternative sites, but right now nothing is set. There's still no word on whether the next site will be centrally located. San Diego Mayor Todd Gloria says all options are being considered.
If we need to make another city-owned property like Tailgate Park available, we'll do it. I think there are some lessons learned from Petco Park that we certainly would replicate. Partnering with a world-class organization like the San Diego Padres has been extremely beneficial. They know how to put on big events.
But Mayor Gloria acknowledges the Petco Park location also brought some challenges.
Naturally, the traffic in the area has been extremely congested.
Right now, there are 5 superstations from the South Bay to the North County. In Chula Vista, downtown, La Mesa, the Del Mar Fairgrounds, and Cal State San Marcos. They all have the ability to give thousands of vaccine doses daily as long as the supply is available. Vaccines are also given at smaller pods across the county.
I am extremely confident that we can utilize existing capacity at other locations that aren't fully used.
While it's still too soon to say, Gloria pictures future vaccination sites to include more pharmacies, senior centers, rec centers, and possibly schools.
You'll have a combination of very large-scale properties and smaller scale, all of it with the eye of just getting the vaccine out as quickly as possible.
Mimi Alcala, ABC 10 News.
We know there are a lot of questions and different experiences with the vaccine rollout. Our ABC 10 News in-depth team is committed to tracking down answers and sharing your stories. Just send us an email at tips@10news.com.
San Diego County's daily cases remain well below 1,000. The 693 new cases brings our total to just under 253,000. No new deaths were reported today, which is typical for a Monday, so that number stands at 3,037.
A new coronavirus outbreak on board the San Diego-based USS Theodore Roosevelt. Today, the Navy announced 3 sailors on the ship have tested positive for COVID. We're told they're asymptomatic and in isolation. This comes less than a year after hundreds of sailors on the ship contracted COVID. 1 died. That outbreak prompted the ship's commander to request more assistance from the service, which got him removed from his post.
Turning now to our weather, we could see some light rain here in just a few hours. Our meteorologist Angelica Campos joins us with a look at those conditions right now. Angelica.
Hi, Steve. It's so light that our pinpoint Doppler live is not really showing anything right now, but we know there's a possibility and we're going to keep tracking it. As we switch it over to our satellite and radar, you can barely see just the moisture moving through. It's the water vapor that's actually doing a better job. You can see those darker colors moving through that indicating the moisture. And the hourly breakdown will keep that best chance in the middle of the night between 3 and 4 a.m. with the conditions improving throughout the day tomorrow, becoming sunnier by the afternoon. Most areas will pick up under 1/10 of an inch of rain for tonight.
Angelica, thank you. A UC San Diego medical student would not let the coronavirus pandemic stop her from pursuing her life's calling. She took on an additional risk to continue treating patients, a decision that our ABC 10 News reporter John Horn explains can only be positively San Diego.
Everything was turned completely upside down.
Millie Desai's final year of medical school at UC San Diego changed dramatically amid the coronavirus outbreak. What didn't? Her commitment to treating pregnant women at the Jacobs Medical Center.
I was working on things like labor and delivery and different kinds of things that are absolutely essential and kept going.
Millie is studying to become an OBGYN. She helps people coming in for routine appointments as well as those with urgent pregnancy matters, the unscheduled patients not necessarily able to take a COVID test before coming in. That posed a dilemma for Millie last year because she herself was pregnant.
In my mind, personally, I felt like it was a huge risk to be exposing a possible baby and child to something that I really felt like I had no control over. And that was really, really scary.
Still, Millie says she never felt unsafe because she had adequate PPE and medical center staff worked to limit her exposure. Plus, her presence on the floor provided something of a comfort for moms-to-be, limited to just one guest in the delivery room.
If they can't have other people with them, then we need to be their community and their support people as well.
Speaking of which, when August rolled around and it was time to give birth to little Arahan, of course Millie and her husband Arvin chose to welcome him to the world.
Which really came full circle.
At the Jacobs Medical Center. John Horn, ABC 10 News.
Millie is scheduled to graduate this year. She finds out next month where her residency will be. And she hopes to stay, of course, at UC San Diego. If you have a story that is positively San Diego, send us an email at tips@10news.com. You can also join our Positively San Diego Facebook group. There you can share and connect with other San Diegans.